Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. I know it's been a while. I think it's been 2 months, but life's been kind of getting in the way. I play on 3 soccer teams, so that's 3 nights that are completely gone. I have one other commitment. It's nerd stuff. That's taking some time away, and then those other times I want to spend with my lovely wife, or there's other things to do, or I want to brew. So I've been kind of neglecting you guys. Outdoor season's about to end in a couple of weeks. It's kind of strange how fast summer goes, but so I should hopefully get back to be a little more regular. I have lots to talk about, but I'm going to be upfront. I'm going to try not to bore you too much. I'm going to try and break this up to a couple things. So last we talked, we were going to talk about what happened with my Bavarian Hefeweizen. Who the hell are you, man? I'm you for the future. How do I know you're from the future?
I have a new shirt and a hat on?
I could change my shirt and a hat. What the hell do you want?
Dude, don't forget to clean your ball valves.
You didn't go far enough back. Go back to the time machine and warn me a couple months ago.
Fine.
God, future me's kind of a dick. What are you talking about here? So, this happened when I was transferring my finals beer into the keg for conditioning. I was crushed. That's also probably why I haven't done a lot with Homebrew Wednesday. I was super disappointed. I had about 10 days before I actually had to ship the beer over. And I knew I could probably try to whip one up, get done with primary, and hope that it bottled conditioned. But I didn't feel like rolling I didn't really have enough faith that it would work, so we went with the Zebra Monkey. The Zebra Monkey, the joke, the mistake, actually went to finals. And I got my score sheets this week, so we'll talk about that in a bit. So you ask, what the hell happened? So in the ball valve here, there's I don't know if you can see it very well here, but there's like a little bit of a lip when you put it closed and there's like a whole bunch of, I don't have sanitation valves, so a little bit of water and stuff can kind of pool in there and become a bacteria factory. Normally what I do is I boil it for like an hour and a half while I'm brewing, and then open and close the valve a few times, half an hour piece. I kind of just did like a really warm, I didn't like super hard boil it like I normally did. And when we took that sample on the last one, that appears to be the moment that I ruined my beer for national submissions. So more of the story is, get yourself some ball valves, either make them sanitary or clean the hell out of them. So we're going to do a little better job of cleaning this moving forward. I haven't used it since then, so I still got some crusties on here and stuff like that. That's probably all bad. So these things are going to go for a long, slow, hot bath to kill everything in here, and I'm going to spend a lot of time cleaning these things up. I've already done the rest of the tank, but I'm a little gun shy. Oh man, that was rough. Next time, what I plan to do when I'm going to submit beers for the national competition is I'm going to do a couple of batches, probably 2 or 3, just maybe back-to-back weekends or every other day, and try to really nail it. And if one fails or gets infected, I'll just take the best of the batch. That seems to make sense. I should have done that with my original submission, but I put all my, my ego said that I'm totally good. I've never infected anything, and this is the first time ever that I can just do what I want and it's totally cool. So we'll do it for both rounds and see what happens. NHC. NHC was a great time, and if you've never been to NHC, you need to go. It's great. It's always fun. I met some really good people. I'm talking about you, Scott. And we hung out doing a lot. We got there Monday. We hit a lot of breweries, a couple tours that were fantastic. We'll talk about that maybe in a little more detail some other time. I don't think I have any pictures or any video. I kind of got lazy. It was really cool. One thing to say about the actual venue. So the way the venue actually, the NEC ran, where they have different, locations for things going on, especially tasting, which they broke up into 3 locations. Like they were all walkable, basically right next to each other, but it kind of separated, broke up the crowd. There's some chill out spots. That was effing great. But the actual place was kind of a dump. I mean, by kind of, I mean it was. There's tiles missing, everything was dirty. It looked like it was built in 1952 and has never been updated. The staff was really nice, but the place was kind of dumpy. They had a lot of us in this tower in the back, like Regal Tower or something like that was straight up out of the 1950s, that I don't think has ever been updated anything. Everything was just kind of crappy. And one of the elevators had been broken. And you have like, I don't know, 250 people in this building going up and down. You hit the elevator call button, it would forget, and it took forever to get anywhere. You had to go up and down the stairs, but when you have luggage, you really can't do that really easily. It kind of sucked. And the location-wise, it was kind of in the middle of nowhere, and that seems to be just San Diego, where everything is 45 minutes away. So that kind of gave a trade. But once you got to the location, there were a ton of breweries. You could like North Park, you could walk around and you could find a ton of breweries. So, if they're looking for some feedback, which I'm sure they're not, and I'm sure they heard a lot of things, that would be one of the things. If they could work with the local breweries to get some buses if we're so isolated, just on a loop or something. Green Flash did some stuff, and that was awesome. Where we could just get to locations that shuttle us there without having to try to go on our own. We want to discourage people from trying to drive, and Uber was cool and all that kind of stuff, but just kind of got a pain in the butt. So, I didn't win, but I have my score sheets, and my score sheets are right here. I just got them. So I scored a 39, and I will totally and completely take that. I was hoping, because I have a big ego, which I'm sure you've discovered already, that, I wanted to at least enter the best of show, the mini best of show. Just, that would be solace for putting a mistake beer. But a 39 isn't bad at all. I mean, it's only 2 shorts less than I had on the actual submission. So one thing cool is Michael Fairbrother actually judged it. He's the guy that runs Moonlight Meadery. Really cool guy. And the feedback I think is totally fair. I had a little bit of bready notes and some fruity, a nice spicy note. The color was, probably not exactly right, and the head retention wasn't all that good. Even though it says like retention was low to medium, I'd say it's like it sucks. I mean, it just disappears in like a minute and a half. A little bit of a little harshness and a little bit of astringency, and I think that's completely fair. It's changed a lot since they originally tried it, where it tasted like banana runts. It got a little clove notey, and the banana kind of dropped down. But it wasn't what I was looking for. One said they would pay for it, thank you, Michael, and the other one, Mark, he said that it's a very good beer, but he would drink a pint, but he wouldn't pay money. So I guess that's I'll take it. So disheartening, but I'll keep it, I'll learn, and we'll chug along. I have other stuff to talk about, but like I said, I'm gonna try to break it up. We got, the Hellas, got Surly Award. I met Jake and some other people, Brock from up north with Secor. I'm sure if you subscribe to him, link to him in the doobly-doo, you'll see that, we all hung out, and it was a good time all around. Some of us had a little too good of a time. Firework burn, but not a big deal. So I'm gonna try to break things up a little bit, and we'll get some things rolling here, and we'll go from there. All right. So it's good to be back, boys, and hopefully ladies and Mom. Hi, Mom. And we'll get some brewing done. We gotta put some cherries on that sour I have working. That's been a couple of months old, and we'll talk about some things. So like always, Yandu.